Florence Odhiambo, a trainer from St. John's Ambulance. Basically, we witnessed a lot of fire incidences in schools, homes as well. So that's what we are talking about this morning, how to mitigate that and how to, the first, is it respondent or first aid? In this case, is this first aid, Florence?
The first aid, yes.
All right, Karibu sana, Florence. How are you this morning?
I'm good, thank you so much.
Yes. Let's begin with the experience. What kind of fire-related emergencies do you encounter most in your line of work?
Well, we deal with various from, just as we've mentioned, the school. And I think the most recent one was the Mradi fire incident that happened in Embakasi sometime last year. That was one of the severe burn cases I personally attended to. Yes.
So let's talk about homes, schools, and public spaces. Where are these most common in? Because when we talk about schools, we talk about homes, sometimes tunaona ukiwasha gas vibaya, moto itatokea. But where are these cases of burns and fires most common? So
now, when it comes to burns, we look at various causes. So one, there's a radiation burn, there's electrical burn, there's a dry burns that is from open flames, okay? We have also chemical burns that I've mentioned from chemicals. We have cold burns, instance of the frostbite when people are hiking. You see their faces are turning dark, or they have black patches or white patches around their faces, or even their extremities on their fingers. So there are various causes, and then when it comes to fire, we classify it under different classes as well. So there are those that are caused by chemicals, again, there are those that are caused by just materials and what have you, explosion from gases. Yes.
So how does first aid differ from all this that you've mentioned? You talk about chemicals, flames. How do first aid differ between the two?
So now, when it comes to first aid, we classify the burns into 3 categories. So you have the first degree burn. This is where just this skin discoloration. A good example is someone is cooking and then they wanashika sufuria by bad luck, and then they get a small mark, either a dark color, black color, depending on the skin complexion. So that becomes a first degree burn. It is painful, but not as painful as the second degree burn, where the second degree burn will be characterized with blisters, which we see most people popping them and bursting them, which is not recommended. One, it is very painful to start with. And 2, you're also increasing chances of this person getting an infection because you're exposing the affected part with the second degree burn. Then with the third degree burn, this is where the whole body is completely burned. Probably it has gone deeper up to the nerves. So this person may not be complaining of that much pain as compared to someone with a second degree burn. But now all the layers of the skin, that is from the outer layer, what we call the epidermis, all the way to the nerves are badly affected. So these ones will vary from first degree burn to the third degree burn, but their management is more or less similar. So with the burns, this is what we normally say: you irrigate the affected part or where you've been burnt with water for at least 10 to 20 minutes, or when this person is not complaining of any pain anymore. Then once that is done, you want to use a non-fluffy material. I know you tend to either take a lasso and place it just to cover where someone has been burnt and take them to hospital. But the danger of it is that that lasso, that fluffy material will get stuck on the burn. Then you turn out start removing the cloth, and then you're worsening this particular burn, or you're worsening the condition. And this casualty may even have more pain to what is already happening with the burn. So just irrigate with cold water, or tap water, take to where you've been burnt, just pour there for at least 10-20 minutes. If they're wearing any jewelries, you remove them because they may also contain the heat. And at times with the watches, they might end up exploding. I think we've seen cases where phones are exploding. So if they're still having the phones, their gadgets, their watches, their jewelries, it might also cause further damage. So it's advised that you remove, cool with cold water. Then once it's done, for second degree burn, you say do not burst or pop the blisters. Okay. With the third degree burn, you can take a polythene paper, a kitchen cling film would work. So just